From the ocean version of a cow to the creature with the largest eyes on Earth, here's some of the ocean's most mysterious and unexplained sea creatures. But before we begin, we'd like to thank Johan Danoa, sorry if I said that name wrong, for her kind comment on our Weirdest Crustaceans Ever video. We're so glad we could help you with your studies. And make sure to let us know what you think about this list of creatures. Pufferfish. You may know this fish thanks to the dangerous Japanese delicacy called fugu. Infamous for its potentially hazardous side effects, fugu is the meat of the pufferfish. It must be delicious, because people still eat it despite knowing that it could have fatal consequences, which either makes them really badass or incredibly stupid, your choice. For some, the mystery inherent in this fish is why humans continue to eat them, but that's not why they're included here. For years, though no one knew it, a species of pufferfish was responsible for an ocean mystery that, try as they might, no one could solve. Underwater crop circles. The beautiful, intricate circles were first seen in Japan in the mid-1990s. For years, explanations of their existence ranged from pranksters to underwater aliens. Finally, in 2013, experts discovered that it was male pufferfish creating the amazing circles. The fish, which are typically no longer than half a foot in length, would flap their fins as they swam along the seafloor to create the murals, which typically measure around 7 feet in diameter. The circles seem to take a long time to finish, at least a week according to most reports. So why go through such a process? The same reason most guys go through great amounts of trouble in pursuit of a mate. Vaquita, the world's smallest porpoise. The Vaquita is said to be nothing more than a memory, and perhaps forgotten altogether if things continue the way they've been going. In recent years, the poor sea creatures have been driven to the brink of extinction by gill nets that poachers use to catch a giant fish called the totoaba. Estimates say that there are only 30, that's right, not 300 or 3,000, just 30 individuals left in the wild. And those estimates were made earlier this year, so there could be even less now. They live exclusively in the northern Gulf of California. Though it may be too little too late, efforts are being made to save the creature. In June, Mexican President Enrique Nieto announced a permanent ban on those gill nets and promised to strengthen the enforcement of this law. Additionally, a program set to begin in October will attempt to breed the animal in captivity, though its chances of success are unknown. Dugong. Called the cows of the ocean, dugongs are the only marine mammals that are herbivores. Called the cows of the ocean, dugongs are the only marine mammals that are herbivores. Like this one, they can often be found on the seafloor looking for their favorite treat, seagrass. Along with its close relative the Steller sea cow, these animals have been hunted for thousands of years for the meat and oil which they contain. The only difference between the two creatures is that the dugong happens to still be around. The Steller sea cow was hunted out of existence by the turn of the 19th century. Strangely, the dugong is thought to have been the inspiration for the mythical mermaid. The theory goes that sailors back in the day saw the dugong from a distance and mistook them for half-human creatures. A number of factors, including hunting, their long lifespans, which are 70 years or more, and their slow rate of reproduction, to name a few, have led to their scant numbers today. Vampire squid. For most animals, including humans, the deeper beneath the ocean they get, the harder it becomes to survive. There are a select group of creatures, referred to as deep sea creatures, that flip this rule upside down. They prefer the deep, dark ocean depths. One of those animals is the mysterious vampire squid. The confusion with the vampire squid started when it was first pulled out of the sea in 1903 by Carl Chun, this German guy with the awesome beard. This first specimen was originally classified as an octopus before being put in its own order. After people finally classified and named the creature correctly, they tried to figure out what it ate, and it took a while. Most assumed by looking at it that it indiscriminately massacred anything that came within its path. Such is not the case, however, as researchers finally discovered in 2012. As surprising as it is, this creature uses 2 filaments to catch pieces of debris and junk that sink down from the surface of the ocean. How surprisingly unscary of them. Frilled shark. Distributed throughout the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, frilled sharks have likely been the stuff of legend for many years without anyone even realizing it. Many authors and experts in the field have put forth the explanation that the frilled shark is responsible for many sightings of supposed sea serpents throughout history. This shouldn't come as too much of a surprise because they're rarely encountered alive by humans and live hundreds of feet below the ocean's surface. As you can see, they also look positively frightening and like something from another world. A Japanese fisherman discovered a female frilled shark alive at the surface of the ocean in 2007, an incredibly rare find. It was rushed to a nearby marine park in Shizuoka, where it died a few hours later. No one's sure what it was doing at the surface of the sea, but experts guess that the creature was sick. Beluga whale. One of the smallest species of whales, belugas rely heavily on the sounds that surround them. They find their prey, which typically includes salmon, shrimp, and other small sea creatures, not with their eyes, but with their ears. This finely tuned sense of hearing is likely a result of the way they communicate. Beluga whales converse with each other by producing a wide range of sounds, from clicks and chirps to high-pitched whistles. Imagine hearing that racket beneath the sea. It must annoy other sea animals in the area trying to get some shut-eye. They're small size, for their species that is, along with their unique all-white color and facial expression, which as you can see here looks almost like a smile, makes them a popular choice to be kept in captivity in aquariums. Just remember everyone that though they may appear happy, if they're being kept in a glass cage for human amusement, they're likely anything but. Surely there are thousands upon thousands of belugas roaming the oceans of our planet. Their exact numbers in the wild are a mystery, however, as they are too widely distributed to accurately count, though rough estimates say that there are around 150,000. Giant squid. You wouldn't think that elusive would be a word that you could use when describing the largest invertebrate on Earth, but that's exactly what the giant squid has been to researchers. A lack of specimens and difficulty studying them in their environment, the deep sea, means that much about these creatures remains a mystery. They seem to live in oceans throughout the world and likely eat small squid and fish. One of the most fascinating aspects of this creature that we do know about is their eyes, which at roughly 10 inches in diameter are the biggest in the animal kingdom. Think about it, those eyes are roughly the size of a beach ball. Pretty crazy, right? Discoveries made within the last 15 years point to the fact that we may know more about the animals soon enough. Japanese researchers were able to capture the first images of a living giant squid in 2004. Then, 2 years later, scientists caught and brought a 24-foot female to the surface. There's some fascinating creatures in our oceans, but it's the unexplored that's truly exciting. More people have been to the moon than have descended into the deepest part of the world's oceans, the Mariana Trench. As a result, the moon's surface is better mapped than the oceans. Perhaps this is why the sea has been the home of countless cryptid tales, like those of the mythical Kraken or the mysterious Chessie, a monster said to terrorize the waters of the Chesapeake Bay. We couldn't make these videos without our loyal subscribers, so thank you all so much for watching. And be sure to stick around for our wrap-up, where we reveal the creatures behind some of the most mysterious cryptids to have ever washed up on our beach shores. Baleen whales. Earlier this year, several news outlets, including the Washington Post, ran pictures of a massive animal carcass that washed up in Indonesia. The photos were made that much more dramatic by the fact that the creature's seeping blood had turned the water immediately around it bright red. The pictures went viral, with everyone guessing just what in the heck the ugly, formless mass could have been. Was it a gigantic, undiscovered, and previously unseen species of marine animal? Or maybe some sort of alien life form hiding on our planet right under our noses? Perhaps an underground government project gone awry? Of course, stories about giant mystery ocean blobs are aplenty, and often, as was the case here, the mystery carcass ends up belonging to an animal that's very well known, one of the baleen whales. 15 species comprise the baleen whales, including the largest creature on Earth, the blue whale. The blue whale can be up to and even exceed 110 feet in length, and can weigh as much as 190 tons. Their humongous size means that even a small piece of their carcass washed up on the shore can cause wonder and speculation, while quickly going viral. One last, totally random fun fact on the topic. If you've ever been to a beach where a whale carcass has recently washed up, you'll most likely smell it before you see it, because that stench is heavy.